Hello, everybody. So today we're going to be listening to a track recommended by Kwaku. Thank you so much, Kwaku, for sharing this with me. I appreciate it. This is Your Heart Got in the Way by Kiss the Sky. Okay, we're going to get into this one. They did mention it's by Paul Hardcastle as well. Kwaku mentioned that. So thank you so much for sharing this with me. Now let's get into this track.
There was a time you were really proud. You'd always shine and stand out from the crowd, but that was long before your heart got in the way.
Wow, this is already so beautiful. I'm excited for this.
All the boys were really struck on you. In their eyes, no wrong could you do. That was long before your heart got in the way. It's a price you pay now you're older, and no heads turn around, and the weight of the world is on your shoulder. There's no love to be found.
This sounds so beautiful.
Remember the times they would look at you. They were flowers every day. You had the right to choose. That was long before your heart got in the way. Now you're all alone, thinking what you could have had. You could have had it all, but the choice you made was bad. Now you pay the price. You let your heart get in the way. It's a price you pay now you're older, and no heads turn around, and the weight of the world is on your shoulder. There's no love to be found. Now you realize it was best to let him go. There was no use in being only part of a show, and maybe next time you won't let your heart get in the way.
This is so incredible. I love this so much. This is so amazing. This is interesting because, okay, so I'm guessing our friend Paul, is that his name? Yeah, Paul Hardcastle. Paul Hardcastle, he is the one who has produced this, I'm assuming. And it seems someone else is singing the song here. Because it's a female voice. And I doubt that she's called Paul. But now seriously, yeah, this was such a beautiful song. And I think the messaging of this song as well was amazing, because it kind of touches on how, like, you kind of have like a bit of a conflict between love and logic. And I think that that's a very, very interesting concept. And it's a really kind of hard one, because I feel like both of those two things can be both of those things can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the circumstance and situation. You get me? Sometimes you have to follow how you feel, but then sometimes you actually have to think about what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes that feeling can lead you somewhere that you may not be best for you. Do you know what I mean? And I think the way that a song is made about this situation is very interesting. And I think on the channel recently, I've been going through quite a couple tunes that have been touching on the different types of love that we can receive. And there's a love that can hurt, and there's a love that can provide a blissful experience. But I think it's good to analyze that, you know, there's the different sides to this now, and you have to, even though you have love, you have to make sure you're okay. But sometimes you can give that love out, and it can be, you know, pushed back in your face. Do you know what I mean? So you have to kind of give it to the right places, but also, yeah, that does kind of take logic at the same time, like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a concept of like being quite emotionally vulnerable, but then versus being like making a rational decision. And I think that this is quite important, because I think it's something that many people can go through. I've went through it in my life, get me? And I think many people have also went through it. So I think this is very important, and I'm grateful I was able to hear it. I love the vibe. I love how it was like no drums as well. Like I was like going through it, I was thinking, what are we about to get into? Like, what type of vibe is this about to be? But it just was the vibe. Do you get me? I was like, okay, what type of drums are we going to be hearing? You know what I mean? Because drums technically a lot of the time determine what genre you're dealing with, technically sometimes. So it's like, I was waiting for it. But no, it was just a beautiful piece of these nice synth chords and piano playing. And I think that was just really nice. Thank you so much to Kwaku for sharing this with me. I really appreciate it. And if anybody else has any suggestions, there's a link down below where you can send them to me. And I also would love it if you guys joined our Discord, so you guys can know when I'm going live and listening to you guys' suggestions. Also, please do join Patreon so you guys can get early access to this content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.